This is a short introduction to the Marine Socio-Economics Conference, and I think the main spur for this, and there's no doubt about this really, is that the use of socio-economics in the marine conservation zone process has really raised the profile of this issue at the moment. But actually this is really only one element in what's emerging as a major shift in the way we think about the marine environment. And this shift actually affects virtually every environmental directive in the marine environment. The Framework Directive, the Marine Strategy Framework Directive, the Habitats Directive, the IA Directive, all have got major components and influences of socio-economics in the way they're applied, and then that also has a lot of relevance obviously to the Marine Act and the way that's being applied too. What is happening is this is becoming a really rather complex picture which affects everyone, not just the environmental side, but in particular for the developer community. Now, although the MCZ process is leading the way in many respects, there are clear implications for what's just about to happen in relation to marine spatial planning. The MCZ process involving stakeholders in particular is also going to be probably leading the way in terms of what marine spatial planning will do and the way that's actually delivered as well. There are a number of other major kind of things that are happening pretty much at the same time too. The whole idea of ecosystem goods and services is really gaining traction on a phenomenal scale in virtually every area of thinking, and that is beginning to have major effects on really the way we conceive and value the marine environment. There are also really rather important considerations in relation to the way we consider social in the marine environment. It's way beyond just looking at traditional socio-economic sectors like fishing or oil and gas. There's much more to it than that, and that's beginning to be taken on board. And in addition to that, we're using a lot more social science tools in the way we do our business, and that's becoming very much more evident, and we need, in a certain sense, to get our heads around that as a kind of routine way of doing business. Now, all in all, the day I think is going to be actually a very useful way for people who are trying to come to terms with the basics of this, to get their heads around that and to really come up to speed. But at the same time, it will also be looking at really what are the leading edge debates about the way socioeconomics is applied in the marine environment, and how those debates can be and agendas can be reconciled with the kind of environmental programs that are underway at the present time.